Most of you are trying to muscle your way through the industry with just sweat and steel. You think your business is your boat or your fish tank. You're wrong. Your business is the distance between you and the person who can say yes to your biggest ambition. If you don't know who holds the levers of power in the lagoon, the port, or the ministry, you are just an amateur with a loud engine. I'm releasing the Relational Capital Audit, the protocol to map your network of influence and activate the levers of power. The masterclass and the influence mapping ledgers are live. Link in bio. Control the room. Stop acting like hard work is a strategy. You can have the fastest boat in the Mobilis fleet and the healthiest tilapia in a Greco, but if you hit a bureaucratic wall at the port, your hard work earns you exactly zero. You are suffering from relational poverty. You're a ghost in your own industry. You don't know the gatekeepers, so you pay the stranger tax, the delays, the extra fees, and the missed contracts. You're watching inferior competitors win the big industrial deals simply because they are known. You are an operator who is being excluded from the alpha table because you haven't mapped the human infrastructure. You're playing checkers while the masters are playing the room. The 2026 industrial landscape isn't built on networking. It's built on strategic leverage. One phone call from the right person is worth more than 10,000 hours of manual labor. Relational capital isn't about being liked. It's about being essential. Who controls the fuel subsidies? Who signs the dredging permits? Who manages the procurement for the mining camps? The Relational Capital Audit is your tool to stop guessing who matters and start mapping them. We are going to identify the 12 key figures who hold your future in their hands and build a bridge to them before you actually need it. It's time to stop knocking and start owning the door. Look at your current contact list. This is the before state. It's a world of reactive connections. You have vendors and clients, but you have no allies. You call the mechanic when the boat breaks. You call the ministry when you get a fine. You are always the applicant. You are always asking for a favor. You have no influence ledger. Your social velocity is zero. You don't know the second-degree connections, the people who influence the people who influence you. You're an industrialist who is socially illiterate. You're operating an isolated island where the only way to get resources is to pay the highest price. You are exhausted because you are trying to solve human problems with mechanical force. Now let's visualize the after state. This is relational sovereignty. In this state, you have preemptive access. Your relational audit has identified the levers of power long before the crisis hits. You have strategic reciprocity. You use the Corifea Influence Dashboard to track your touchpoints with key stakeholders. You aren't asking for favors, you are trading value. Your relational capital ledger shows a web of connections that spans the port, the financial district of Namur, and the agribusiness ministries. When a problem arises, you don't apply, you notify. Trust is built on a history of alpha value delivery. You aren't networking, you are orchestrating a support system that makes your empire anti-fragile. You arrive at the negotiation with the authority of a man who is already connected to the outcome. How do you cross that bridge from isolated to sovereign? You use the relational capital mapping ledger. The bridge is built by the daily discipline of network deconstruction. Step 1. The Tier 1 identification. List the 12 people who could double your business with one signature, not the managers, the decision makers. Step 2. The value anchor research. What keeps them up at night? What is their mission? Find the alpha value you can provide that isn't just money. Step 3. The low friction outreach. Build the relationship when you don't need them. Send the terrain data, share the industrial insight, be the resource. This bridge is governed by the power lever target. You align your network with the grand strategy of Alpha Holding. You reinvest your access gains into media ed, using Corifea to interview these influencers, giving them a platform while securing your place at their side. This is how you move from knowing people to owning the network. You are training the ant to find the path so the alpha can walk the bridge. By now, the awareness should be absolute. In the hard sectors, your net worth is literally your network. You've heard the protocol. You understand that the stranger tax is an optional expense, but a relational audit is just a piece of paper until you map the first lever of power in your territory. I am using this exact sovereign logic to protect the interests of Agrico and Mobilis. We don't just do business, we engineer relationships. I've made the relational capital audit protocol and the influence mapping ledgers available to you. I've uploaded the spreadsheets, the ones that track your stakeholder engagement and your reciprocity ROI. to my Patreon. This is the industrial manual for the entrepreneur who is ready to stop being a ghost and start being a ghost maker. I am not looking for socialites. I am looking for architects of influence. On the Coryphea Patreon, you are getting the steel, the power mapping templates, the high-status outreach scripts, and the framework for building your own sovereign network dashboard for 2027. Your task for this week is clinical. Perform a Tier 1 audit on your industry. Identify the 3 levers of power you currently have zero access to. Map the second-degree path to them by Friday. Find the bridge. Walk the path. Master the room. Own the empire. Go to the link in my bio. Join the Coryphea Inner Circle on Patreon. Download the Relational Capital Audit and start your sovereign pivot today. The table belongs to the one who knows who is sitting at it. I am Parfait Eti, and this is Coryphea Strategic. I'll see you on the inside.